so many games where you're in it, but you're unable to close out?
We want to win. Losing is horrible for all the different reasons. Played hard tonight. Obviously, most of the guys on the back-to-back, me and Draymond trying to come back in and provide some energy, and just didn't go our way, especially we cut it to 3 in the fourth quarter. And then, the avalanche started, some tough turnovers, missed shots that might have affected our morale and our defense and our energy. It's been tough to score at times, and we can't let that, affect our overall commitment to, both ends of the ball. So good news is we got another opportunity on Sunday.
Stephen, Draymond said that he's more than willing to kind of do whatever you guys need to win games and support. And what do you like about him kind of leading that second unit? And that's worked before for you guys. Can that be sort of a spark?
I mean, we've been trying. First, it shows professionalism. It shows his commitment to, us trying to figure out what rotations work, what lineups work, what the flow should be. My minutes or my rotation change in Denver and tonight, just trying to find the right combinations. And, he came in and gave us a huge boost in that first quarter. Putting the ball in the basket, hit a big three. Obviously we know what he does on defense every night. We have to be able to sacrifice for the group. It's again the DNA of this team right now. And until we figure out who we really are, who knows what it's going to look like.
Hey, Steph. Ant said he called you recently and asked you for some advice with his shot. What's your attitude when guys like that reach out to you? And when you were up and coming, did you have anybody like that who you would reach out to?
Yeah, it's a brotherhood, especially when you play with guys, get to know them, spend some time with them like I did this summer. I don't want to give them too much of the knowledge, but, you want to give back a little bit of the wisdom that you gain over the course of your career. And from the three-point line, he's obviously figured it out this year, expanding his range, his game, how athletic he is getting to the basket, and he's knocking down threes. He's evolved even more than he already has early in his career. So I love when people ask me that type of questions. It still keeps me sharp. It keeps me engaged on how I'm doing things. I learn some stuff too from the questions they ask. It's a cool kind of position to be in.
This Draymond move is clearly about elevating Jonathan. The way Draymond put it was, if he is up next, it's time to kind of see if he is. I guess just what's your perspective on, this moment for Jonathan, and do you want to see what it could be with him?
For us to be good, you saw it in the Houston game. You've seen flashes. We need him to be the best version of himself. We have to be able to figure out whether it's play calls, whether it's certain rotation or lineup combinations, what can unlock his ability to get downhill, put pressure on the basket, demand attention from the defense, and he's a big weapon for us. So yeah, and especially the way the earlier season's gone, games that we've handed away after big leads, tough scoring nights like tonight. You gotta. The challenge of this team, we're a different team than we've been the last 3 years, and the experimental phase of trying to unlock new looks, new go-to sets, put the ball in his hands, it's time for that for sure, because we haven't had results otherwise. So we got to lean into that, and it might not go well every night, but that's what we're trying to build.
I imagine a decision like bringing Draymond off the bench doesn't get made without your knowledge. How involved were you in that process?
Same process with all type of decisions. You give your input. Like I said to Jeannie's question, it's about the culture and the commitment of how we do things. Like, I've come off the bench plenty of times. Draymond's come off the bench. Wiggs, J.K., like everybody's been in that situation where we're trying to figure it out. So who knows how long it'll last? Who knows if it's 1 game, 5? Who knows? You know, every day is us trying to figure it out, especially when in a situation we've been in where, you know, we start 12-3 and been on a big slide. We got, you know, be all in on that.
Looked like Edwards. I mean, he was celebrating pretty hard late, and looked like you said something to him. What was that?
I think I said something about we right back at it on Sunday. And, yeah, I know he loves to talk. I love that energy he brings. You got to go right back at him. Fun part about this little baseball series, we get to do it again on Sunday.
I know the season is long, and you guys, nobody's getting any younger. I mean, how much of it is energy for you guys and just trying to keep up pace of play and energy-wise?
I think, I mean, yeah, the league's changed over where you have teams, even Minnesota's playing a little bit faster than they have in years past, but I think we just want to, it's not an energy thing, it's just us being able to execute for longer stretches, create good shots for longer stretches of the game, and how we are doing that hasn't been very clear and consistent, so that's on all of us as players to continue to talk, stay together. A night like tonight where it's not going your way, don't let it affect your body language, don't let it affect, you know, the culture on the bench, in the locker room, and hopefully we can, you know, turn things around. I feel like we have that commitment, and I feel like we are still, you know, engaged on trying to figure this thing out.
Steph, you had said the knees thing was something new that you were dealing with after sitting out Thursday. How's it feeling, and how do you feel about the process of maybe sitting out a back-to-back and here and there and maybe trying to manage this?
I feel fine. Like I said, it's a thing, but it's not a concerning thing. It changes my maintenance from day to day in my program that I do, but I feel great. I feel like I still, you know, you can get where I want to on the floor and, you know, can play 32 and still feel fresh. So I know the back-to-back conversation, and maybe we get deeper in the year, there might be certain nights that just call for you to take a game, but I don't want it to be something where the knees are saying something. It's more so just the big picture perspective. So I think we're in that window right now.
Hello, Stephen. Last month, I participated in for the Eastland Play Foundation to help to rebuild the last elementary school. This year, as a volunteer, I talked with another volunteer from the community. They really appreciate you and Aisha and the foundation, the contribution for the community. But how do you think your roles for the Oakland for the kids?
My role?
Yeah.
Continue to leverage and direct resources, you know, funding, programming, tutoring, towards creating an amazing school experience for kids in Oakland Unified School District. It's part of our mission with the foundation, so it's been a really cool opportunity. And even looking at All-Star Weekend, being here, having another moment where we can shine a light on the greatness and the potential that's in the school district, and we're just privileged and blessed to be able to do that work.